to the fatherland. The kickoff of the Burkina Faso Heritage Month is on next April the 18th. The theme of the second edition is Heritage Education as a Factor of Social Cohesion. The Directorate General of Culture gave the details during a press conference held on Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks and welcome. As said earlier, fire will intensify on the enemy with the new equipment acquired by the National Armed Forces. The head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, handed over a dozen combat drones to the Ministry of Defense on Monday. This equipment will increase the operational capacities of the fighting forces committed to the reconquest of the national territory. More details from Dominique Bama.
These combat drones, essentially comprising Bayraktar TB2s and Bayraktar Akinsis, that is the composition of a military equipment that the head of state has made available to the Ministry of Defense. In handing over this equipment, acquired thanks to contribution from Burkina Faso citizens, the president of the transition was satisfied, especially with the performance of the aircraft.
Ce célèbre appareil que vous connaissez déjà, mais maintenant avec la nouveauté de Akin.
The TB2 needs to introduction. I think it has proved its worth since the beginning of the war. The novelty is the Akinsis. It has exceeded the technical capabilities planned by its manufacturer. It has been put to severe tests in terms of carrying capacity, endurance, speed limit, and performance. In any case, it has proved its worth, and these are the reliable high-performance aircraft that we have today.
Donc ce sont des appareils très performants, fiables que nous avons actuellement.
The Minister of State, Minister of Defense is delighted with these new acquisitions and is confident that the equipment will be put to good use.
Avec ce que
we are proud of this because we can really see the effort made thanks to this force multiplier. You will have noticed that even in the most remote towns, everyone is asking for a quiet plane. Yes, we have them. We have a multitude of these devices in the sky at the moment, scanning, searching, if need be finding and destroying all the enemy.
Sur le terrain.
These drones have been developed by a Turkish company, opportunity for the president of the transition to thank his Turkish counterpart Recep Tayyip Erdogan for the support to Burkina Faso. He also reiterated his gratitude to the people of Burkina Faso for their commitment to the total reconquest of the territory.
The National Days of Patriotic Commitment and Citizen Participation, which began on the 26th of March, have come to an end on Monday. After 2 weeks of revitalizing the patriotic fiber, time has come to take stock. The closing ceremony of these days took place under the auspices of Prime Minister Apollinaire Kilem de Tambela. It's very satisfactory. We've had lots of activities. We've had conferences, awareness-raising missions. The Minister of Justice is here. His ministry has had conferences in secondary schools. People have been sensitized to sanitation, reforestation, discipline. So I'm really very satisfied. It's exceeded our expectations, and I think that for the second edition, we'll have lots more good surprises. In line with the National Days of Patriotic Commitment and Citizen Participation, the Ministries of National Education and Higher Education are expressing their attachment to the fatherland. They proved this last Monday in Ouagadougou through a ceremony to raise the colors. On the occasion, the national anthem, Ditanie, was sung in local language, Kassina. The Ditanie, sung in local language Kassina, is a second attempt after the one sung in Goumachema on the 26th of March, staff from the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Higher Education, and the student from INAM and a delegation from the city of Po are raising the national flag while the national anthem is being sung in local language Katsina. According to the chief of the canton of Po, it is a reason for satisfaction to see the national anthem sung in the national language Katsina. His Majesty Pope played it for the teaching of national languages in schools. For the Minister of National Education, singing the Tanye in the national language is a way of encouraging the use of these languages. Zach Sosten Dingara invited the staff of his department and that of the Department of Higher Education to take action to help build a strong Burkinabe nation based on responsible citizenship, generous patriotism, and the protection of public property. The second edition of Burkina Faso Heritage Month will start on April the 18th. The theme of the month edition will be Heritage Education as a Factor of Social Cohesion. The information was given at a press conference held on Thursday by the Directorate General of Culture. Heritage Education, a Factor of Social Cohesion. That's the theme of the second edition of Burkinabe Heritage Month. The launching ceremony is scheduled for Wednesday, April the 17th at the National Museum in Ouagadougou. It will be marked by nationwide cultural activities, according to the speaker. Mokhtar Sanfo, also Director General of Culture and the Arts, announced that the innovation of this edition is the consecration of the popular nature of the event through the appointment of ambassadors of the Burkinabe Heritage Month. The role of the ambassadors is to contribute to giving greater visibility to this annual activity through their professional network by taking action to promote cultural heritage. By introducing this month on April the 13th, 2023, the aim of the government of the transition is to encourage the Burkinabe to take ownership of their heritage and culture. According to Mokhtar Sanfo, the results of the first edition of Burkinabe Heritage Month are more than satisfactory. The 22nd edition of the Burkina Faso Music Awards, Kundi, will take place on the 8th of May 2024. For the songs to be nominated, they must have been released between the 1st of March 2023 and the 29th of February 2024. Detailed information was given to journalists on Friday at a press conference. 10 official prizes will be awarded at the 2024 edition of the Kundi. For the Golden Kundi, Amzi, Kayawoto, and Djeli Karim are the nominated artists. Digue Domi of the Aisha Tremblay concept has been nominated 3 times. He's competing for the Kundi of the artist with the most disco appearances, the Kundi of Revelation, and the Kundi of Hope. Ilani Kema, Jonathan Napon, and Sister Anne-Marie Kabore have been shortlisted for the Kundi of Best Religious Music Artist. Audrey, Lely 111, and Nabaloum are the nominees for the Kundi of Best Female Artist. 5 special prizes will also be awarded. For the 2024 Kundi edition, more than 1,000 works are in competition, including 186 works by female artists. The award ceremony is scheduled for the 8th of May and will include a fashion show and performances by artists. After a month of prayer, abstinence, and sharing, Burkina Faso's Muslims celebrated the feast of Ramadan on Wednesday. The various forms of deprivation, constant prayer, and active solidarity that have characterized this month of Ramadan are acts of faith that should make each member of the faithful a player in the cause of peace. These were the words of the head of state on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr. In his message, Captain Ibrahim Traoré wished a happy feast of Eid al-Fitr to all Muslims. Hand in hand, let us cultivate tolerance and cohesion for prosperous Burkina Faso, he concluded. Full stop for this program. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. Next time.